Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of House of Castle. This is JCuss81 talking to you, and we are doing another video about grinding. I did a video about Djembe, episode 22, and talked about how to do a few of those runs. But this season is probably one of my personal bests. I don't think I've ever gotten top 3, but I got 4th this season for portal grinding. So this episode is going to talk a bit about portal grinding. One of the things that I have started doing is grinding both under level 81, so level 80s repetitively, but also going up and starting to do some higher levels. I think this season I only got to the mid hundreds, but one of the things to do is make sure that you get as many chests as you can. So this would be my first real tip, is try to go up as high as you can to get as many chests as you can, because those can contain a lot of good loot. That loot can include some legendaries, it can include mithril, it can include a lot of other stuff. So these are the things that I did not unlock. So you can see, for example, level 120, there's a lot of materials that you can find in these chests, apples and mithril there as well. But again, lots of material for upgrading your stuff. And then again, all the way up to 125. Now, I personally have never gotten higher than, I think it's 116, 17, something like that. But I know there are people that have posted videos, even 6-man, 7-man squads that have gotten up and completed all of the portal. So yeah, that's the first tip. Try to get as many chests as you can. The last kind of part of that is when you're doing the very low levels, you can kind of skip. You can do the video and unlock everything, but you can skip. I think it's chests at something like 6, 12, 20, things like that. So you can just pick and choose the ones that you want to do to unlock. So you can kind of see that there are no chests here. That's why I'm scrolling all the way down. So none of the chests are available. They've all been taken. So even, grinding, I think it's level 6 here, right? That is the first chest, and just getting all of them, because you get loot from every single one of those chests that you can open. And at later stages, you also start getting food. So there are good ways to get food when you're very low on food. So yeah, that's my first tip on portal grinding. The second one is know what you're going to get. So for example, you notice how I got all of the Necro book. You can see that it's out of stock. Some people just want to get the mithril, so they'll grind all of these mithril chest amounts, and they'll get just enough to do that, because you don't want to be having extra souls there. If I had like 10,000 dark souls, that would be some missed farming time, because I can't really buy anything with that, right? The Necro book sold out, the mithril chest is 14,000, and the Storm and Illusionist materials are 19,500. So that would be my second tip, is to really know what you're going to get. Likewise, when you're doing for regular souls here, I wanted to go for the legendary weapons, and not because I necessarily want the weapons or think I'm going to get amazing rolls, but because I'm going to use the shards. So I'm going to be unlocking lots of legendary weapons, possibly at the end of this episode as well. But if you're going for things like diamonds or the portal materials chest, this one right here, that costs 10,000, make sure that you have that amount, right? You can somewhat calculate the videos and watching the videos to get some extra portal materials, but I think you can pretty much only look at getting maybe an extra 4,000 or 6,000, depending on how many days that you have and when the refresh is going to happen. So yeah, that's really the second tip, is know what you're going to get and plan accordingly. The third tip that I would say is create or use a squad that is optimal for time. It really doesn't matter if things are dying, or if you are even if you're using some spells, like the actual portal spells that you can use specifically for the portal. It's alright if you're using them specifically on top levels. I know that I used quite a bit of spells. Once I got up to, I think it's around level 110, 111, right around here with this dragon. This was one of the hardest ones. I think it was 111 because they just insta-kill so quickly. So it's alright if you use spells, but you're really going for time. The whole idea of this farming video and this farming series is you're looking for the optimal time for farming. The shorter your farming time, the more that you're going to get, and the more that you're going to be cost effective with the time that you're spending. So yeah, that would be kind of the number 3 thing here, to manage your squad and manage your time well in farming. And the last thing that I would suggest is know when to stop as well. So this is all about when or how much you want to spend. So you can see that I have quite a few diamonds. I've definitely spent money on this game. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, but I've sunk quite a bit of money in this game, and how well are you going to use what you've spent? So for refreshing food, the diamonds are going to be used quite a bit. Again, use as much as you can here. Like these chests from the event are very helpful with refreshing food. They have a chance, 82,000 to 135,000 to give you food. You also have different options here with your collections and opening up them. So this is an opportunity that you can use to get food for portals. And I used probably about 300 of these event chests. I did a lot of grinding of these cardboard chests before the portal opened this past weekend, and was able to get a lot of stuff there. So yeah, that would be my last tip with grinding the portal. And I hope you all do really well in grinding the portal. You can get a lot of good stuff. Even getting these legendary weapons or rings or amulets and armor. They cost about 50,000 souls, but you need so many orange shards late in the game that it is actually really beneficial to grind the portal for this reason. Please leave your tips, suggestions, comments, or anything else you'd like to hear or see in my videos, and I will get back to you in the next video. All right, bye.